mathematics. So by saying this, I am going to continue the lesson. So in the previous class we have studied exercise 1.1, right? So in this class we are going to learn about the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. Let's see what are the objectives are here. So here the objectives are: first one, closure property, commutative property, associative property and additive identity. Okay, so in the previous 6th standard, so in the 6th standard we have learned the closure property, commutative property and associative property, right? So let's recall once all those. Yes, what is the closure property? So properties of whole numbers, in that lesson we have learned that. What is the closure property of addition? So if we add two whole numbers, the sum will be the whole number, right? So the same way the closure and the addition of integers. So if we add the sum of two integers is an integer. So and also we have learned what is the general form of a closure property. A plus B is equals to C, right? So here the closure and the addition of integers. So this is the lesson integer. So we have to take the integers here. So let's see what is the closure and the addition. So sum of two integers is an integer. So if we add two integers, whether it is positive or negative, so if we add two integers, so we will get the sum as an integer. Okay, so what is the general form? So general form is A plus B is equals to C. So here A is an integer, B is an integer and C is also an integer. So then let's see. So sum of two integers is also an integer. So by solving these examples. So the first example is minus 10 plus 3. Yes, what is the sum of minus 10 and plus 3? Yes, you may see here. So minus 10 and plus 3 having the two different signs. So we have to subtract this, right? So 10 minus 3 is 7. Here 10 is a greater number. It has a sign minus. So we have to keep it to the sum. So minus 7. So minus 7 is a negative number and also it is an integer. So hence we said that so integers are closed under addition, right? So let's see the other one example. So 19 plus or minus 25. So 19. So plus or minus 25 is plus into minus minus 25. Okay, so which is equals to, so these two numbers having a different signs, plus 19 and minus 25, we have to subtract. 25 minus 19 is 6. Here the greater number is 25 having the sign negative, so it is a negative number. Okay, and also minus 6 is also an integer, right? Then third one, minus 35 plus or minus 10. Yes, what is the sum of these two numbers? Minus 35 plus of minus 10 is minus 10. Okay, then what is the sum of these two? So here there is a negative sign for both the numbers, means both the numbers having the like size. So we have to add. 35 plus 10 is 45. Here the greater number is 35 having the negative sign. So we have to keep that sign for the sum. So minus 35 is also an integer. So hence we said that integers are closed under addition, right? So integers are closed under addition. So closure property said that sum of two integers is also an integer. So it is a general form. A plus B is equals to C. Okay. So integers are closed under addition. With the same time we have to check integers are closed under subtraction or not. Okay. So with the same time closure property said that the difference of closure under the subtraction means the difference of two integers is also an integer. So the general form is A minus B is equals to C. Here A, B, C are an integers. Okay. Then let's check. Here there are the examples whether these are closed under the subtraction or not. Okay, first one is 17 minus of minus 21. Yes, solve here. 17 minus of minus 21 is plus 20. which is equals to 17 plus 21 is 38. So 38 is a positive number and also it is an integer, right? Yes. Then the second one problem is minus 21 minus of minus 10, which is equals to minus 21 minus of minus 10 is it is plus 10, which is equals to, here these two numbers having the different sign, subtract here 21 minus 10 is 11 and the greater number is 21 having the sign negative. Keep it in the difference, that is minus 11. So we know that minus 11 is also an integer, right? Then the third one is minus 18 plus of minus 18. Then right here minus 18. So minus of minus 18, then take an additive inverse or you may write directly plus in minus into minus is plus 18. Okay, then you will see here minus 18 and plus 18 all get cancelled. We will get the difference is 0. We know that 0 is also an integer. So hence we said that the subtraction of integers are closed under subtraction. Hence we say that integers are closed under subtraction. Right? Is clear? Yes. Here there is a closure under addition and integers are closure under subtraction. Okay. Then let's see the second property, that is the commutativity property. The second property is commutative property. So in the previous class we have learned that the commutative property of whole numbers. If the order of the numbers will change, although we will get the same sum. The general form of this property is a plus b is equals to b plus a. So you may see here a is in the first order and b is in the second order. We change the order of the property. Means, so the first order, a is in the first order, so we replace it into the second order and b is in the second order. We have taken as a first order, although we will get the same sum. So this is the property of commutative. So let's see whether it is holds good or whether it is satisfied for the integers or not. So here I have taken one of the example, minus 8 plus minus 9. Okay, so here minus 8 is in the first order and minus 9 is in the second order. So if I change the order of the number or integer, may I get the same sum or not? So minus 8 plus of minus 9 is equals to minus 9 plus of minus 8. Then let's check here. So minus 8 plus of minus 9 is, so that is minus 17. Then you will see here minus 19 plus of minus 8 is minus 8. So also I will get the minus 70. Right? So hence we can say that the integers are commutative under addition. Right? So integers are commutative under addition. Then let's check the other problem, minus 23 plus 32. So minus 23 is in the first order, 32 is in the second order. If I change the order of the numbers or integers, so 32 at first, minus 23. Okay, then let's say here minus 23 plus 32. So these two are different signs, so we have to subtract here. So 32 minus 23 is 7 to 9. So here 9 and 32 is a greater number, it has a plus sign, okay, which is equals to 32 minus 23. So again we have to subtract 32 minus 23 is 9. So here 32 is a greater number, it has a sign plus. So plus 9 and plus 9 both are the same. So if we change the order of the integers, although we will get the same sum. So hence we can say that the integers are commutative under addition. So it is the addition. So we can say that integers are commutative under addition. Okay. Then let's check whether it is holds good for the subtraction or not. Okay, so I will take the same. So I will take some more examples here. First one. So 5 minus of minus 3. Okay, so here 5 is in the first order and 3 is in the second order. Let's see here. I will change the order. Minus 3 I will take it as the first order and write the subtraction symbol as it is, and 5 is in the first order. I will take it as a second order. Okay, then what is the difference between these two? So my 5 minus of minus 3. So 5 minus of minus 3, if minus into minus is plus, I will take it as an additive inverse of minus 3. Okay, plus 3 which is equals to minus 3 minus 5. Then 5 plus 3, so both are having the same sign, so we have to add, that is plus 8, and which is equals to minus 3 minus 5. So both the numbers are having the same sign. Add here 5 plus 3 is 8 and the greater number is 5, it has a sign minus. So you may check here, are they equal? Plus 8 and minus 8? No, because it is a positive integer, it is a negative integer. So both the integers are not equal. So hence we said that, so integers are not commutative under subtraction. Therefore, write down integers are not commutative under subtraction. Clear? Yes. Then let's go to the third property, that is associative property. Yes, the third property is associative property. So in the previous class we have learned the associative property of whole numbers. So the three whole numbers we will add by making the two different groups, although we will get the same sum. So in the same way, so if we add the three integers by making the two different groups, although we will get the same sum. So this is the associative property of addition. So here I have taken, here the general form of this associative property is A plus of B plus C. Here I made the group B and C, which is equals to A plus of B plus C. So in the right hand side I made the group A and B. Okay, so although I will get the same sum. Let's do the example here, whether it is satisfies associative property or not. Okay, as minus 3 is taken as A, minus 2 is taken as B, and minus 5 as C. Okay, then A plus of B plus C. So A plus of means minus 3 plus of minus 2 plus of minus 5, which is equals to, then A plus of B minus 3 plus of minus 2 plus of minus 5. Okay, then so minus 3 write it as it is. Then remove here minus 2 plus into minus is minus 5, which is equals to minus 3 minus 2 plus of minus 5 is minus 5. Okay, then minus 3 write it as it is. So minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7. Minus 7 into plus 7 is minus 7. Okay, then which is equals to minus 2 minus, sorry, minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5, then minus 5. Okay, then minus 3 minus 7 is equals to minus 10, which is equals to minus 5 minus 5 is also minus 10. Okay, so I made the two different groups, although I will get the same sum, that is as minus 10, minus 10. Hence we said that integers are closed under associativity. Okay, so integers are closed under associativity. So here I have shown the associative property of addition. You may also try the associative property of subtraction fraction is whole or not. Okay, then let's go to the last one property, that is additive identity. So additive identity says that if we add any integer to the 0 or 0 is added to any integer, we will get the integer itself. Okay, for example, the general form of this additive identity is a plus 0 is equals to a, or 0 plus a is equals to a. Okay, so we have seen an example, minus 8 plus 0 is equals to minus 8 and 0 plus 9 is equals to 9 itself. Right? So it is an additive identity, okay, of integers. So up to here we have learned the 4 properties of integers, that is closure property, commutative property, associative property and additive identity. So in the next class we are going to solve